Hello guys, welcome back to another video blog from Thailand. So now you're seeing me in my native element, I think. Oh, I love it. Always been very fond of the water. Yeah. So, but the only thing I'm kind of scared about here is if Greenpeace stops by, and spots me and they're like, oh, let's save the whale. Yeah. The new Keiko. Yeah. No, topic today is gonna be a very easy one. It's gonna be about houses and apartment. If you like Thailand and you want to spend more time here, is it a good idea to invest in a house, or should you rent? I've been through this so many times, thinking about what's the smart thing to do. Owning a house or an apartment makes it kind of easier. You don't have to think about monthly upkeep, like the monthly fees. You have to pay a little bit usually for security and the pool service and stuff like that, but yeah. I just go around here and I see so many houses and apartments that's for sale by foreigners, and they just can't sell them. It's so hard to sell. It's you need to have a really great location here to have an easy sale. Usually, some people, you can read stories on, the Thai forums like Thai Visa and others, about people who's been trying to sell their house for like 3-4 years, and that's rough. That's really rough when you need to get it sold for whatever reason. Sometimes it belonged to a relative who passed away and just need to get rid of it because the family has no intention of using it or living there. Or someone perhaps get ill and need to go home to their home country for extended treatment for whatever, and they don't know when they can come back. Stuff like that. We never know what's gonna happen. So I think of, like right now, I think of renting a property as kind of paying for an insurance. Like if something happens and I need to just pack my bags and go, no big deal, I can just do that. And it gives you more flexibility. Of course there will be some issues, like for me, if I have to end my lease of the new apartment, I probably have to pay quite a bit to get out of that lease, but that was kind of my choice. It's for 3 years, and I get a good price, but 3 years is like a okay time frame. It's not too long, but it's like borderline. It's like a little bit long, because you never know what's gonna happen in those 3 years. But right now, how everything felt, I thought that was okay. But going out here and buying a house for like usually a decent house is gonna be like 4 million baht and up. In Norwegian money, that would probably be around 1.2 million Norwegian kroner. And it's a nice chunk of money. If you have it, you can spend it, and you still have money left over, go for it. But it's not going to be a great investment unless you have a spectacular location and you get it for a good price initially, because most of the property here, they don't appreciate in value. This is a sad fact. You're going to be hard pressed to get back the money you paid, because of many reasons. It's like this one, the house I'm renting now, where I'm at right now. These operate usually with a 30-year lease, because the foreigners cannot own the land here in Thailand, so the grounds, the land that the house is built on has to be in a Thai person's name, or some people do kind of go around the rule, they think, by handling it through a company, like a business. It's not a smart thing to do. It's I would say if you're gonna buy a house here now, the best thing is to get a lease directly from the project, if they have set it up in a good way, so that you can make a lease contract for 30 years, never more than 30 years. 30 years is the limit. There's been a thing about doing what they call 90-year lease here. It means that you get an initial 30 year lease, and they promise you to get an extension for another 30 years and another 30 years after that. But the thing is that it's not legal to have more than 30 years, and if you have in the contract more than 30 years, you can have a huge problem, because there was a case in Phuket court. I think it went up to the Supreme Court in Phuket, and they struck down the purchase based on that exactly, that the purchase contract included more than 30 years. So they struck it down, and the guy who had bought the house, he lost it. He lost the house and he lost his money. It's horrible outcome. But it's like you should never go outside your own country and expect that there are the same rules in this other country. You need to inform yourself about the rules and how things work, and find out what are the usual pitfalls for buying a house. You know, this is also something that I kind of have a problem with. Like, why would you actually buy a house or a condo in another country like this? I mean, okay, you move here permanently, fine, okay, but why would you buy a house? I mean, if you come here, you establish a family, you have children, and you have a long horizon for your life here in Thailand. I completely understand that you want to have a house and you put it in your wife's name, because that would be kind of a gift for the wife and the children. So that would be, you know, whatever happens to me, they will still have a decent life in a decent home. So that's understandable. So yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be argued to be okay to buy, I guess, but in general, I mean, if you come here like me, it's not a smart thing to buy. It's simply not good business sense. And right now here in Thailand, we have the problem with the very strong Thai baht currency, and this is also something that plays into the slow real estate market here. People have to pay quite a lot. Just for an example, the Norwegian kroner, a few years ago you would get 5, or I mean, I think the record was like 7 baht per Norwegian kroner, but like a couple of years ago, I think it was like you could get around 5 baht per Norwegian kroner. So right now it's 3.5 baht per Norwegian kroner. So the exchange rate has gone way down for us, and it's not just for Norwegian currency, it's for many of the other currencies also. And of course that makes buying a home here more expensive. And if you have a loan, if you have gotten a loan to buy a property or something here in Thailand, it also makes that more expensive if your income is in a foreign currency. If you have income in baht, it doesn't matter, but yeah. So my advice would be to just rent a condo, rent a house. You can get some great deals here. I don't think it's very expensive, really. I mean, of course, if you see it from a Thai perspective, it's expensive. But for me, coming like me in Norway, my apartment in Norway was a 95 square meter apartment, 3 bedrooms, and I had to pay a monthly fee of about 7,000 Norwegian kroner just to live there, basically. Even though I didn't have any loan on the apartment, still had to pay. And you know, here you can get a fantastic apartment. Like, I'm gonna rent my apartment now from August, and it's 93 square meter, and it has 2 bedrooms. It has 2 balconies, one on each side, and it's right next to a large pool. So it's fantastic, really. And I'm gonna pay 23,000 per month for that apartment, and that's lower than what I had to pay in the monthly fee for my apartment in Norway. So I think it's fantastic to live here and just rent, because that gives you a flexibility in if something happen, if you know, you never know what happened here. Something may force you to leave. So yeah, my neighbor. Yeah, so life here is fantastic, but having some flexibility. I mean, perhaps you want to try out a different place in Thailand, or perhaps you even want to go somewhere else. You want to go to the Philippines, you want to go to Laos, you want to go to Vietnam, Cambodia, China, wherever, you know. And then just having a rental contract, it makes it so much easier. I think in Norway it just became kind of a fashion thing to, you know, own the cabin somewhere. You used it 2-3 times per year, and you pay like 1.5-2 million Norwegian kroner for it. Like, is that a good investment? I don't think so. I mean, you could probably stay at a hotel up in the mountains for a fraction of the price per year. So, you know, cultural thing, I guess, but whatever. I never bought into that. So. Anyway, that was my little chat about property and stuff here. I'll try to go more in depth about stuff if anyone wants to know more. Yeah, have a nice day.